This is Russ Lederman from Denkmeier Optical. Let's have a look at the IVB Star Diagonal, specifically used with a binotron and an SCT. Now, first of all, obviously we've got the eyepiece holder side, 2-inch eyepiece holder. Here is the visual back for the SCT. It has typical SCT female threads, and we're going to release it. And if you notice, we've got a sprocket ring here with teeth. This is what's known as the interlocking visual back. We've got matching sprocket teeth here. So we thread the SCT visual back onto the SCT. Now, as you thread it on, well, you don't know where it's really going to end up as far as position angle goes. So let's say it ends up here. Well, you want to loosen it, turn it around so that it's nice and straight like that. And then if you'll notice here, there are 3 set screws. They're small slot head set screws. So whatever position you put it in on the SCT male thread from the visual from the scope's tube assembly onto the visual back, you can lock it in place with those set screws so it won't turn off. This way, you know, if you thread it on tightly and it's in a non-favorable position like this, then you can just back it out again, put it in a favorable position, and then lock in those 3 set screws. So now that's on. Now we engage the 2 like this. Let's loosen these thumb screws a little. There we go. And as you can see, they engage. This is especially important if you run an equatorial or wedge-mounted Schmidt-Cassegrain. You never know what position that binoviewer hanging off of the diagonal is going to be in, so you just back out these guys, the thumb screws a little, pull it out just a bit, and rotate it back into the proper position. Now we're locked in. It's not going to turn down, and now you can gently turn in these thumb screws so that it locks it in place. So that's how this side works. On the opposite side, and I do want you to notice this too. Let me mention this. There are access holes here, again, with stainless steel slot head screws so that you can lock this in place so that it won't accidentally rotate off. Get it nice and firm, and then turn these guys in and lock it in place. Don't forget, if you ever want to remove this, whether or not you have these 4 set screws locking the nose piece in place, because if you force it and you forget, you can tear apart these male threads on the inside of this nose piece, okay? Also, I'm going to ask you to look at the video called Dovetail Connector. It's on our YouTube channel. Just do a search on Dovetail Connector, and it shows you how to remove the eyepiece holder on a IVB diagonal that's equipped with the dovetail female receptacle. This one hasn't had it put on yet, but I put them on when you order it, and you're using a binotron so that you can junction the binotron directly to the diagonal body. And that removes all of this light path. And this is especially important for some SCTs that have a limited amount of counterclockwise turns of the focuser knob and back focus, so that in reduction mode of the power switch of the binotron, it requires the most counterclockwise turns. If you were to put the binotron into the eyepiece holder, push in the logo side power switch of the binotron, I always put the reducer into the logo side, logo for low. When you push it in and you have the binotron in and you turn that focuser counterclockwise, the knob on the SCT tube assembly, what happens if you don't reach focus? Well, you pop off the eyepiece holder, unthread the nose piece from the binotron power switch, then you junction the binotron and power switch directly to the diagonal body, into the receptacle right here that would normally be in place. So do a search, check out dovetail connector, and you'll see how that works. Thank you for watching.